Hey friends, I'm so glad you're here today for this yummy video, but I really also hope that you'll stay tuned for next week, because next week I've got a copycat recipe from a pretty famous, popular restaurant, especially in the South, but I think this restaurant is known all over the nation. It's a copycat recipe that this recipe is just as good as theirs, and I think you're going to want to use this for the holidays. So make sure you're subscribed to Heritage Ways YouTube, and then beyond that, make sure that you've got your notifications set to all. That way you get the notifications when our videos come out, if YouTube is doing what they're supposed to be doing. And also you get the community posts that I put out, whether that's just chit chat or an extra photo or a reminder about a video or a poll like I've taken recently. So it's important to hit all under the notifications. So I hope you enjoy today's recipe, and I really hope you stay tuned well, every week, every Thursday at 7 o'clock Central, Lord willing. And stay tuned for next week when I have this fabulous copycat recipe. We had some company over to enjoy this recipe that I'm going to share next week, and some new friends, a new friend, and he loved it. I think you will too. All right, on with the show. Hey, it's fall, y'all. Well, how about making a wonderful cake? This is a cake that we're going to make here outside in the nice fall outdoors. But you know what? You can make this cake any time of the year. It would be a good winter cake and even a summer or spring cake. I think you're going to like it. It's easy, and who doesn't love peanut butter? Unless you're allergic. But if you're not allergic, stay tuned and let's make this delicious cake. Hey y'all, I'm Miss Katie. Welcome to Heritage Ways.
I'm Little Miss Homemaker.
And today the two of us are going to make a peanut butter cake. It's not difficult. We have a 1/4 cup of butter that's softened. 1/4 cup is how much? It's how much of a stick?
It's half.
Half a stick. I have a little tip. In my measuring cups, when you're measuring out peanut butter, spray it with some cooking spray, and then it should come out easily. Well, it does. Look there, it's pretty clean. I'm going to try to scrape off my spatula here, though, because I don't like to waste food. What we're using is this bulk, the peanut butter, creamy peanut butter from an Amish bulk food store, which we really like. And so anyway, we've got creamy peanut butter. So, and we have 3/4 cup of sugar. You can use whatever sugar you like. We're just going to mix this up with our hand mixer until creamy. Right, it's mixed up, it's creamy, it already smells good, doesn't it?
Yes, it smells like a real cake now.
It smells like peanut butter. Pour the eggs in and I'll continue to mix. 2 eggs, lightly beaten. Just pour it in there, make sure we get it on. How's it smell? Great. Let's get this out of the way. All right, our next step is to add our flour mixture, and we're going to alternately add that with our milk. Can you grab our milk that I've measured over there? All right, we have 1½ cups of all-purpose unbleached flour. And then I've got 1/4 teaspoon of real salt. I use Redmond's real salt if you want to just dump that in there. Your hands are clean, so you can use your fingers to get it out. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I use aluminum-free baking powder. And you can just use the measuring spoon to kind of stir that around your dry ingredients. So right now we're going to alternately add the flour mixture with the milk. And I'll let you kind of help with the milk. Flour first. Hold on, I'll tell you when. right, we're going to spray our glass square dish. Everything's nice and creamy and incorporated. Put it in our dish. Then we're going to put it in a 350 oven right outside here. I've got a toaster oven right outside. We're going to put it in that for 30 minutes.
Yum.
Then we're going, this is not all. We've got a frosting to make. 350 for 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and make our frosting. I'm going to tell y'all what, I couldn't do this little cake without little Missy's help right here. She has been washing dishes for me, and I appreciate you doing that. She even might have snuck licking the beater, but that's okay. We use, for those of you who don't like to do that because of the egg situation, we use high quality eggs. They're organic and pastured, and they're just all the good stuff.
But I told her I did it.
You admitted to doing it. That's what she's saying. Okay, now we're going to make the frosting. The cake lacks just a few minutes. So let's make the frosting. I'm going to show you what I did when you were in there washing dishes. I forgot to use my own tip. And I forgot to spray this spray. Remember how the peanut butter came out well a while ago? Well, it's not going to now because I didn't spray. All right, 1/3 cup of crunchy peanut butter. That does not come out easily. Then 3 tablespoons, so I'm not going to use all this, of softened butter. Kind of making a mess here, but it'll be all right. Actually, I'm going to use the whole thing. So let's do 4 tablespoons, which is 1/4 cup. Now, I'm going to cream this up, and then we are going to add alternately 3 cups of confectioner sugar, or it's called baker's sugar in other countries. It's also called XXX. We've talked about that in other videos. And it's called powdered sugar.
And it's called Let's Make a Cake.
Yes. So we'll add the 3 cups of that alternately with 1/4 cup of whole milk. This is organic whole milk this time, and 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. This is my homemade vanilla. I make several different kinds. This is the kind I currently, I'm going to use for this cake because this is a neutral. The other vanillas that I make one in rum, and it's more spicy, and you can make it with different alcohols. So this one's in a vodka. So this is a neutral that I've got. So just wanted to show you that. Okay, we're just going to mix this up then. Alright, we have our peanut butter mixed with the butter. Now we're going to slowly add the confectioner's sugar, alternating with the milk and the vanilla. Okay. Okay, we've just taken the cake out of the oven. It's very hot. It looks great so far. It
smells great.
Look at that. And this was even in a toaster oven. Actually, I used the convection setting, and it did take 30 minutes for the 350. But for the last 8 minutes, I turned the heat down a little bit. Now our frosting is done, and if we put the frosting on the cake right away, little Missy, it's going to just melt and make a mess. Because of the confectioner sugar and the butter, they are going to just melt. So we don't want that. Sometimes you want a cake, you want the icing to melt like that, but this one we don't. So we're going to let this cool. It shouldn't take long, maybe, I don't know, 10-15 minutes or so, maybe 30. And we'll let this cool to the touch, and then we will put our frosting on top. And we'll come back after the cake's cool, and we'll do that. All right?
Yahoo!
So we can clean up while we're waiting. And let's cover the frosting with our,
we got flour
remember
problems.
Miss Jenny from Kansas gave us this?
I do. And we use it.
We do. And we're going to just cover, I'm going to cover both of them while we're cleaning up. All right. Y'all stay there, and we'll be back. It's warm. Our hands are clean. It's warm, but it's not too hot that it's going to melt our frosting. So we're just going to put it on there.
You don't want it totally cold either.
You could do it either way. this, you're probably right. With it the least bit warm, at least it won't tear up the cake when we spread it. You know? Edge. See, I put it in the middle, and I kind of just work it to the edge. That's how I frost it. And then, see, I'm not making a mess along the edge of the pan that way. Can you do that?
I can try.
You can do it. All right, little Miss Homemaker, thank you so much. You can lick the spoon, and we can't taste it until the guys get back. We can wait.
Hey, I get to eat it.
You get to lick the spoon. Thank you for helping.
Okay, this is really good.
Well, little Missy, we found another taste tester. Should we let him taste with us?
I think so.
All right. We have peanut butter cake with peanut butter frosting, y'all. It makes a rich 8 square or 9-inch square dish. And rich, meaning you won't have to really cut them that big. We've got our tea, right?
Tea.
You're going to get yours here in a minute, right, little buddy?
Right.
What kind are you drinking tonight, sister?
I am drinking orange and spice.
All right, well, I'm drinking green tea tropical.
I'm gonna be drinking peppermint.
Okay. Well, let's get this cut.
Let's dive into it.
Yeah, I'm just going to cut little pieces because we haven't had supper. This is just a taste. Okay? Just a
dessert
little
before the
taste. I'm going to cut little pieces here. The first piece is always the hardest to get out, don't you think?
Usually. Yeah, you're probably right.
But there it is.
But I think it's worth it.
How come there's bread? I thought it was supposed to be peanut butter.
How come there's what?
Bread.
That's the
Bread.
cake.
That's the cake, buddy.
Oh.
Let's see what my testers think. Peanut butter cake. Can I sit beside you while you taste?
Of course. One fell over.
He said, is that good or bad? It's good.
Delicious.
All right, should they try it?
And they should try it, definitely. Y'all should try it.
We want to thank our patrons who helped make this video possible and whose names are at the bottom of the screen. Those are folks who have chosen to walk a little more closely with us by financially investing so they get even more content from Heritage Ways. So we want to thank our patrons, our Heritage Ways patrons. And if you'd like to know more, you can go to patreon.com/Heritage Ways. Thanks for joining us today with our peanut butter cake and hot tea. You're going to let me have a bite?
You can have a bite. But you might want to get it fast before I eat it all.
Oh, okay.
Really? Is it good?
Yes, it's good.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Hi, friends. Before we go, let's read in God's holy word. 1 Corinthians 1, verse 25. Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. And that's something we can put our hope in. Okay. John, this isn't running. My mixer's not working.
Oh, maybe the power's off.
What's into the green cord?
Is the power on?
Yeah,
I think this is
just
pretty.
came on. It works now.
No. No.
Mine had a blowout
Alternately add the flour mixture with the milk and until this is a cake consistency.
Okay.
No, that was dumb. So what we're going to do is we're going to alternately add our flour mixture with our milk. Let's do it again because the bears are attacking the dumpster apparently. Okay, and here we go. 350 for 30 minutes in my little toaster oven, and then we'll come back and make the frosting. Let's do it when there's not noise. What does that mean? Oh, cowbell on us.
On the back of this.
Here we go. 350 for 30 minutes. So my tip works really well because you see I didn't use the tip. Okay, so 1/3 cup of crunchy peanut.
Crunchy leaves. 1/3 cup of crunchy leaves.
Okay, let's do it again. So let's mix this frosting up. Or let's don't because I can't use that plug when that oven's on.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright, let's don't mix it up. Right, can you run the... set this in on the counter and then just hold it with the handle and then take this in because we're done with this. And then in a minute we should be able to use the plug. Okay, we've just taken this out of the oven, and if we put this on right away, it's going to do more melting than anything because of the sugar and the butter and the people driving by. Sometimes you want that on a cake. What's going on? What are you doing?
Sorry.
Bugs up your nose? Okay.
Not up my
Let's do it
nose.
again.
It's
All right. Are you ready now?
I think.
Woo! Gnats up the nose. Here we go. As long as they're not in the
Cake.
cake. As long as we're crunching on nuts and not gnats. Not a gnat cake. It's a nut cake. Anyway, here we go. There are sometimes you want a cake. You want the icing to melt like that. Don't want to spread too much and
Lose its fluff.
hold on. Go. All right, we're going to go ahead and just spread this with the back of the spoon. And okay.
Yeah, well, I told him to take it.
Okay, what's the whole story?
You might want to wait.
All right, Little Miss Homemaker, take the back of the spoon, and then I just kind of see how I'm doing this. Feed the birds peanut butter frosting. Okay, and I don't go